time.
Thanks. Thank you very much. Nice of you. Thank you very much. Yeah. No, thank you. Spoil it, you bastard. Yeah, because I'm filming it tonight. I'm filming it, you see. Yeah, so, yeah. Like your ugly face is going to get on telly. Yeah, there's a little guy back here. You can see him. This is called Paul. He's Paul. Hey, there's Paul. No, don't clap him. Don't. He's a total fucking loser. Yeah, he wanted to be a war correspondent, but he's a coward, so he just sticks to hanging around behind curtains and sticking his head out. People are wandering around the whole time. Where are you doing? You late or what? You work here? I don't know, because everyone wandering through. You think, Christ, you're beginning to think it's like an ancient right of way or something. I know my rights. It's a shortcut to my house. But thank you for that round of applause. That did me good. Thank you. So it made me feel good. Because you know what you dread is the apathy. Some places you go and it's just apathy. When you come on, they've all got their arms crossed. And that's it. I ain't clapping yet. Why should I clap so far? What's he done so far? He's done nothing. All he's done is put a suit on. That's all he's done. He put a suit on and walked on stage. I ain't clapping that. You should clap me. I bloody live here. See, and I'm a bastard for that. I mean, you know, good. Well, on, you know, thanks for coming out. Because I live in London. I never get out in the West End. I'm just so lazy. Someone could ring me up and say, "Hey Jack, Elvis has been found alive and well, and he's doing a gig tonight in the Gielgud. I've got the last 2 tickets. You want to come?" I say, "Oh bollocks, no." You can never park around there. What's the point? He'll be doing the same old songs he was doing 20 years ago. But there's that barrier you have to kind of climb over to get out. I bet even some of you that had tickets at some point during the day thought, "Oh shit, should we? Or should we just..." That many. Okay. Right. It's not usually that many, right? Yeah, so I was dreading you wouldn't find it, so I put a sign outside. I don't know if you saw that. That was because you can get lost. It's like Piccadilly Circus out there, isn't it? It's unbelievable. You know, I have tried that gag all around the country. Only here have I ever got a laugh for it. But it's great. And you chose my show of all the shows. There's so much choice in the West End, isn't there? I mean, you only have to go in the phone box to see just how much choice. I don't know who uses these facilities. I don't know who in their right mind would want to ring one of those numbers and buy a 19-year-old TV, for Christ's sake, you know? You know, call me naive, but you know, you can go up to Tottenham Court Road and get a new one for very little money these days with a guarantee. Why take that risk? You know what I mean? So I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling good. Thanks for that. And the recognition factor is nice for me because it's not always an advantage to be recognised when you're walking down the street. That's not always an advantage, to be honest. I reckon I now know what it's like to be a woman. I do, you know, because builders are the worst, aren't they, ladies? I don't know what it is about builders that they cannot keep their mouth shut when they see a member of the opposite sex or me. And it happened to me the other day. I have advice for you now. I know how to deal with it, girls, because this is what you must do, right? It happened to me the other day, and I was walking down the street, and I hear this, "Hey, Jack! Jack! So of course you turn round, and there's this lobotomized gibbon hanging off a scaffold. So thick it was hurting, you know. Jack, And this is what you must do. What you must do is confront them, ladies. Very important, confront them, because in actual fact, they've got nothing more to say. That's it. When they've done the whistling and the shouting, that's it. They're finished. That's it. They've got it out of the system. Because I did. I turned around and I said, "Yeah, what?" You go, show us your tits. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have a lot of respect for that trade and I, you know, for building work, and a lot of it's very difficult and intricate, and which is why I don't think builders should be allowed to do it, in my opinion. Yeah, why do builders have see-through lunchboxes so they can tell if they're going home or coming to work? It's true. Especially confident when they're in their van, aren't they, for some reason? When they're in their van, there is nothing stopping them. They just love it. I think it's because they got their tools in them or something. You know, I got my tools in the back. I feel good about life. And we were driving. Jane, my wife, was driving, in fact, and this van pulls up alongside, and this guy in the van is a builder, and he's like, he sticks his head out the window, and he goes, "Oh, you shouldn't be driving a car like that. You should be driving a Mini, right?" Which pissed me off because we were in a Mini. You know what I mean? And then he sees me, and I get this, widget, widget. He turns to his mate, widget. He forgets he's not there. Widget. I've had this for 3 years, and I still don't know how to respond. I don't know what to say. I just go, yeah, cement, whatever. So it is good, and I'm glad that it's all quite a nice cool day. That's the thing, you don't want it too hot. We've had our summer, it's over and finished with, isn't it? I mean, 4 days of it, and that was it. We all got sunburnt, because we always do, and that's it. And now we're drowning in fucking rain. How many of you got sunburnt out there? Did you get sunburnt? Yeah, it's a real moron thing to do, though, isn't it? Do you think? Yeah. I mean, what it is with the British when the sun comes out, isn't it? They just go on, then do your worst, you bastard. Go on. Call yourself the sun. I've seen bigger rays coming out my arsehole. Go on. And in Australia, apparently, they have like these suntan monitors who go up and down the beach and warn you if they think you've had too much sun, and they'll wake you up. Good day, mate. Don't you think you should get in the cool and just sort of cool off for a bit there? Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Cheers, mate. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, cheers, mate. Unless it's a Brit, you know. I think I'll be the judge of that. Thank you so much. That's the British, burning with pride every time. You see some right cases at Gatwick, don't you? Ever seen that? You know, you go on holiday in Gatwick and they've got that long, long corridor that you stand and it moves as you go along. It's just like you're standing there going like this, you know, oh, Jesus Christ. You know, sometimes you think, I don't think there's a plane involved in this. I think I could get off in Spain. And then you get holiday makers coming the other way and they're all burnt to shit. They're going, their fucking tits and noses hanging off. You get this feeling that it's just a big production line. You go, it's like you get at the end, you get cooked, you come back. That's it. That's the deal. But it is, you realise what a beautiful place London is in the sun, don't you, isn't it? It's a stunning place. I think it's such a beautiful city and wealthy as well. You don't realise how many people have got convertibles. Everyone suddenly, they've all got cars, sports cars with the roof down. And I have two kind of feelings when I see someone in a convertible. Part of me thinks, hey, nice car, smart one. Nice car, bloody hell, nice car. Good on you, mate, yeah. And the other half of me thinks, I'm sorry, I think a little bit may have come out there. I'm embarrassed, I'm sorry. Not that you would have done anything about it, because we're so polite about that kind of thing in this country, aren't they? We wouldn't do anything. You'd be right in your, you know, when someone's talking and a little comes out and it lands on you. We're so polite, we wouldn't dream it. You'd be totally in your rights and say, oh, you dirty fucker. Spit at me, dirty. Wouldn't dream of it, would we? You just stand there and go, yeah. Just spat on me. I don't want to wipe it away because he'll be offended, and he's probably thinking, I spat on his face. I think I've got away with it. He hasn't done anything about it yet, but if he doesn't, he's going to have hepatitis B before it kind of dribbles down into his mouth. And people with beards and moustaches are the worst, because all the beer and the sweat kind of collects along the beads, and then they just say the wrong word, and that's it. It's like a shotgun effect. You go, like a shower. But we didn't do anything. You wouldn't. You'd wait 10 minutes before you even do anything about it. Wait until the conversation has changed and think, oh, I can just about get away with it now. If I wipe it away, I'll just think I'm itching myself or something. And even then, you're subtle. You just go, yes. Yeah. You ever had that feeling when you're having a drink with someone, you know, like at a party, you've got a glass of wine in your hand and you're talking away and they're kind of boring, and in the back of your mind you've got this feeling that sooner or later you're going to, oh, shut the fuck up. Sorry, I knew I'd do that one day, I'm so sorry. That's why I gave up cigarette smoking. I was so petrified of doing it. Yeah. It is. Oh, and this is my suit. This is my suit for the West End run, which is... Thank you very much. Thank you, both of you. Thank you for that. I did. I was very pleased with the West End run suit because £600 this thing cost me, and I was really chuffed with it for the whole run. I've worn it for 6 weeks, and then about 2 minutes before I came on the stage just now, I looked in a full-length mirror, and I suddenly clicked. I thought, oh, Sainsbury's manager. That's it. I don't feel good in it anymore. It doesn't feel like comedy to me anymore. It kind of feels more like a contract cleaner, all 5. I feel I should have like really long arms and shit like they do in Sainsbury's for some reason. Whenever you ask them, excuse me, can I help you? I should start walking around like that the way they do with their clipboards. I don't know how they manage to walk like that the whole day. I reckon they must have their knees put around the back of their leg. I reckon that's what they do, yeah. So fucking bored, I've had surgery to make life more interesting. So I've been on tour everywhere. I've had a lot. Everyone's on tour though, aren't they? I mean, I had Gary Rhodes was going to go on tour for Christ's sake. He's going to do Wembley. What the fuck is that about? Let me see you. Hey, oh, let me hear you say, yeah, oh, how'd you like your eggs done? And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to finish with omelette. Because there's so much of that on telly, you can't get away from it. Every time you turn the telly on, I got a thing to apply for my new TV license. I thought, fuck it, I'll just buy a cookbook. It's on all the time. Is there always Rick Stein? Do you ever watch Rick Stein? He's quite good, actually. I quite like Rick Stein, but he's half moaned, isn't he? You just go, you know, I go to France and they're all eating mussels and drinking wine and sitting on the pavement in the sun, and then I come back here and they're not, and I just say, why? Because you're not in fucking France anymore! Ready, Steady, Cook. You ever watch that? Jesus Christ. Where do they get these people who come on, what have you brought in? I have brought in a carrot and a dead crow and a piece of my bicycle. Fucking hell. Where do they send off for them? I don't know, but anyway. So anyway, I start my tour off. I went down at Bournemouth. I started in Bournemouth, which is great. I've never seen so many old people in my life. Jesus Christ. It's like Thriller. They're all going around like that. Old age pensioners everywhere. Actually, I don't like the expression old age pensioners. I don't like to use that because that's like telling them the same thing 3 times, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Rubbing it in a bit. I don't think they need that. You know, it's like senior citizen. I prefer. I like the idea of senior citizen. And why they retired to Bournemouth? I don't know. Is it the law or something? Do you think do you think a coach pulls up outside your bungalow when you're 65? Yeah. It says here you're 65. Come on, get in the coach. Eh? I've lived here all my life. Get in the fucking coach, or I'll push you on it. And Bournemouth is the worst place to retire to. In my opinion, it's made up entirely of steep hills and steps and shit. And in the winter, it freezes over. It's like a sluice. All these dear old people step out their retirement home and into the sea. And there's the good people of Bournemouth going, yeah, more old people, bring them in. Yeah, plenty of spaces, bring them in, please. Yeah. See, I like old people. I like talking to senior citizens, and because they're like a window into our past, aren't they? Especially when you hear about their childhood. I'm always amazed how different it was, because I had toys, I had a bike, I had everything. I want my children to have even more, for Christ's sake. You talk to really old people, it's humbling, isn't it, when they go on about, I remember when I was small, my mother and father gave me a stick. And I was very fond of it. I call it Lucy, you see, and I was very lucky because most of my friends only had an imaginary stick, you see. And at Christmas, we were all allowed to look at a picture of some children eating sweets. It was marvellous. Oh, fucking hell. Did you ever have a good time? Oh, yes. I remember particularly when the fun fair came to town, and my favourite game was put the apple in the bucket, you see. And you had to bring your own apple and give the man a penny, you see. And I was very good at this. And when you put the apple in the bucket, and then when the bucket was full, you got on a bus and fucked off. See, my grandparents, they were great people. They were wonderful, dear old people. Well, eventually they were great old people. They, did the night school and everything. They learned how to do all those things, like going through a door that's been held open without saying thank you and shit like that. They learned to do the sudden stop, you know that one, where you're kind of walking along the pavement and then you just stop. For no reason on earth, you just stop, that's it. You know? And they were good at that. They could get people arrested. Go, hey, you tried to bugger me, that dirty sod. It reminds me where were we? In Bradford, and the porter there, bless his heart, he's like 90 years old, this guy, he's still working. He's the porter there, but he's no longer discerned between speech and thought, so he had two voices. He had a mumbling voice and a polite voice. And it was really embarrassing. You didn't know whether to ignore what he was mumbling about. It was so embarrassing, because would you like a ham with your luggage? Yeah, thank you very much, thank you very much, I'll give you a slap round the fucking head in a minute, you know. This is your room, I trust it's to your liking. So yes, that's delightful, thank you, delightful, is it? I'll give you such a kick in, you won't know what's bloody good. Are you here on business? Yeah, I'm doing a show actually. Yeah, I bet you're one of them fucking gay dancing boys from London. Fuck off, you check. So I go everywhere. I love to. We went over to Ireland, had a great time in Ireland. You don't expect like a language barrier problem when you go to Ireland, but actually I found one. There was because there's expressions that they use in different ways, and that's what throws you. You know this expression, what'll it be? You know, we said that to each other in the pub, but over there they use it in different ways, and I wasn't ready for this at all. And we checked in the hotel, and the woman says, the receptionist said, what paper would you like in the morning? And I said, I'll have a Times, and I wasn't thinking. And she goes, if I can't get the Times, what'll it be? So, a disappointment, I don't know. I mean, I'll get over it. Rocking the Liver, had a great time in Liverpool, which is another place that's good to play, you know, I do gigs in Liverpool. And I bumped into my old school bully in Liverpool, guy called Keith Sanders, there he is. And he's like, everyone had a Keith Sanders at school, 13 years old, you know, he already has to shave at playtime and shit like that. It's like, he drives to school, this kid does, and he's like, goes in the staff room, makes toast for himself, whatever he wants, you know what I mean? And his favourite game was to get you on the ground and kick you and piss into your games bag while he's doing this, right? That was his little thing he liked to do for you, right? And teachers are no good at dealing with that, by the way. They'll just come in and say, come on, Saunders, why are you doing that? Why are you kicking Dee and pissing in his games bag? He's like, I don't know, sir. Fair enough, off you go, son. Yeah. See you later on, okay? Okay, mate, yeah. And then take it out on me. Come on, Dee, you're wasting everyone's time. Go, no, sir, it's not fair. Of course it is. You're crap at sport. You smell of piss anyway. Go on, get going, right? No. So I bump into Keith Sanders in Liverpool, right? And he's with his wife. This is a great bit. She's totally fucking hideous. And all I could think was, thank you, God. Good. Yeah, I know that's not very fair. You should give everyone a chance. But you know, the pair of them, just the plainest couple on earth. You just see them go past in the car. You think they had the airbags out. Unbelievable, really. And you know, but beauty is skin deep. And well, imagine what you look like without that skin. You're pretty close to what we're looking at now. Anyway, so I give everyone a chance. So I start talking to her. I said, where did you and Keith meet? She said, hey? No, sorry. do finish your peanuts. Where did you meet? She goes, bowling. Oh, bowling. Oh, I see. Right. Well, he just like stuck his fingers in your face by mistake, and you can. But plus, the show almost got cancelled in Liverpool because we got raided by the fire officer who comes in. Weird little man comes in right before the show, and little guy with a flat face. He lives under a rock near a stream because it's a very safe place apparently. You know. And he comes in, he's trying to do the place apart. He says, what, are you having people in here, are you? Having people? Yes, that's what the seats are for in actual fact, yeah. And he starts laying it on thick. Oh, yeah, they've all got to have a fire blanket wrapped round. I mean, you've got to have, you know, going on and on and on. Well, I'm quite interested in the whole deal since the Channel Tunnel thing, because I read the report in the paper about that 2 weeks ago, which said that apparently the fire that started at the lorry that was on fire before it entered the tunnel. That's, yeah. So hooray for customs officers, hey? What have you on your lorry? A fire. Okay, yes, it's good. LA, next. So, these wonderful fire officers come in, nearly ruin the show for you. They give you all this stuff you got to do, and say, yeah, goodbye. Right, and now, what gets me is their advice is inconsistent, because their next port of call will be like a petrol station, where they'll just be overcome with the danger of it all. They go, what you got here? Petrol? Oh, God. Pumping out petrol, oh God, I don't know, have a bucket, that'll do, bucket of sand, that'll do, I don't know. Oh, the good old bucket of sand, that'll do. The petrol station's on fire, don't worry, I have some sand. There we are, that'll be out in a second, there we are. Good thing we had that sand, don't you think, yeah. And some garages go the whole hog and provide a watering can in case it's a huge fire. There we are, it's all out now. Whoo-wee, that was a close... You know what my ambition in life is now? Is to get a pump to work straight away at the petrol station. This is my goal. I know, it's a bit sad, but I want that. I don't know if it's my technique. I'm always left there going... for like a minute or a half a time. And you start this relationship with a guy in the booth who's just like watching you struggle with the fucking thing, yeah. And everyone has their own little way of asking him to turn it on. You see people going... And I get the pump that's no good at being a pump. It just gives you like a cup of petrol at a time. So a cautious pump, you go... and then you get enough petrol to leave the forecourt. You think, oh, bollocks to this, I'll go to the next one. I'm not going into a whole thing about how I hate garages. I mean, I think it's great. I think a lot of things they do is wonderful. I think it's great the way they provide black buckets for your dead flowers. That's terrific, you know. Yeah, and most forecourts now sell charcoal, which is a huge relief to all of us, isn't it? Yeah, I tell you what, you try having a barbecue there on the forecourt. They don't like that one little bit. They get very shitty about that, I tell you, yeah. You know, but they'll try and sell anything now. We were leaving Coventry not so long ago, as most people do, and on the forecourt, this garage, you know what they were trying to sell? It was their special offer. It was like bird tables. That was it. About 20 bird tables lined up. Because that's a real impulse buy, don't you find that? You know? Oh, people were screeching in the road and coming back for them. They were. Well, bird tables? Oh, yeah. Because I've done it myself. You know, you go in, you say, I'd like to pay for my petrol and a packet of polos. Give me a bird table as well, please. Give me two. I know a friend who needs one. Thank you. It's a thing of the 90s now that you have to have such a discussion about how you're going to pay before you pay. They want you to tell how you're going to pay. You know, well, you know, in 3 seconds you'll know, okay? Have a surprise left in your life. It will take me longer to tell you than to just get it out and do it, for God's sake. And the question always gets me, what number pump are you on? I haven't a clue. I haven't been here as long as you. I haven't given them names or anything. I'm sorry, I've been remiss. He goes, you want to collect points? It's like a thing, this is like a concept to me, collecting points, as though you can collect things to say at a party later on. I have a point to make, which I've never had anything to say before, but I now have because I bought some petrol. I think it's worthwhile. Anyway, he said the special deal with the points was to buy a soda stream, right? Now, I made a mental note, age 7, never own a soda stream, you know, because I don't know if you know anyone who owns one, but the pride they have in this machine is out of all proportion with what it can actually do for you. I knew this guy, and I went round, and he bought this thing, and he changed. He said, come in, welcome. Welcome to my factory of fizz. Welcome to my pop emporium. He kept it behind a little velvet curtain. It was all backlit. Music played when he opened it. There she is. There she is. Think of any fizzy drink you have had anywhere in the world, and I shall make you something slightly like it, okay? When I was 7, I remember my friend's house, like I say, and his dad had bought a soda stream, and he'd gone out. We started messing around with it. I put a bottle of milk in it. And shot its load all over the table. So anyway, he goes, think of any fizzy drink you've had anywhere in the world, and I go, have a Coke. A good choice. He goes behind the curtain, and all I can hear is it. Ow! I go, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. I can go down the corner shop and get one. No, don't. It's 2p more expensive. Eventually he comes down, he's got a little bottle of soda water in his hand, right? He goes, there we are, just find the appropriate cola-flavoured syrup, there we are. Just trickle some of that down the outside of the bottle. I think you're going to enjoy this rather... I've always thought that's an appropriate action for someone who owns a soda stream. I wish they would stop improving car washes. This is my thing about garages, the final thing I'm going to say. I wish they would stop improving car washes because they keep adding to the choice on that menu. Every time I go, there's a new idea for car. As far as I'm concerned, there's 2 ways of washing a car. Either you do it or some motherfucker does it. That's it. That is it. I mean, and then you've got all these, you've got the super valet, super hot valet, wax, super foam valet, super build your new car while you're in there. All you want is a button that says, get this shit off my bonnet. Get the shit off my bonnet without smearing it out the window and across the roof of the car. My car looks like a pair of seagulls underpants. If you could deal with that, I'd be happy. And then the fucking jet wash, which is just a nightmare idea from, I don't know who invented it, or it seems to me you should have training and a license to use one of these things. First time, I didn't know what I was letting myself in for. I just put my coin in for, I knew it was like 4 foot in the air. I soaked everyone in the garage. There was like a line of people waiting to smash my face in when I came down. I tell you, first time I used that jet wash, I must have had the cleanest, shiniest front wheel I think I've ever had. No one knows how to use a jet wash. You see the fear in their eyes. They've all been thinking about it all week. You know, they're turning up in their frogman outfits and stuff. You know? You can see them in the queue. They got that fear in their eyes. And you can say, well, right, it's us next. We can't reverse. We've got to get out. We're going to have to go through with this. Well, I'll stand against the wall, right? You just put the coin in and run. Just take the kids and run. I love you, honey. You know what I bought the other day? I bought one of those magic cards that you can sort of scratch. You know, did you buy these magic cards? You hold them in your hand and scratch them with a coin, and straight away they turn into a piece of rubbish. I can't believe it. Before I came on tonight, I swear to God, I thought I was going to win the lottery. Mystic Meg, she kind of described me to a T. It was eerie. I couldn't believe it. I was sitting there listening. She's going, I see a person with a head. That is freaky. Yeah. Mystic Meg, Mad Meg from the mental hospital, as she's better known in actual fact. Mad Meg, who is strapped to her seat at all times. Oh yeah, that's why you never see her legs. That's true. Yeah, they wheel her in just before the show. Yeah, you fucking loony. You sit there, right? You wait till the doors open, talk shit till the red light comes on. Okay. You fucking nut, you witch. Right? Yeah. Don't look at me. You freak me out. The thing is, I deserve to win. That's the thing. That's the crime of it. I deserve to win. I'll tell you why, because I'm the only person who admits I will let it change my life. Oh, yes, and how? I will. I'll ring everyone I know straight away and say, I don't want to know you anymore, okay? Bye. See, we haven't had any fun winners. That's what I hate about the lottery in this country. We've had no fun winners. We've had all these boring people who win. They just find the most boring person in the world and they win it for some reason. I'm just going to invest it. I'll probably save it for a rainy day. I might buy a new biro, but apart from that... Get back, you twat. You don't know what you're doing, do you? You just get these people, no, I'm going to keep it secret. I'll just go back to work. I expect, oh, why? Why? How long are you going to keep that secret, for Christ's sake? Yeah, John, have a good weekend. Yeah, yes, I fucking did. You'd have bought the company by the end of the day just for the laugh, right? You've all got a pay rise except you, because you're the manager, and from now on you've got to come in your underpants. We've had no fun winners. That's what I hate about it. Pools winners, they've got more style. They know how to blow it, don't they? They know how to... I read an account of a pools winner. He got in a fight outside a pub and he punched someone in the gob, and he was in court for this. And the judge fined him £100. He stepped right up to the judge's desk, wrote out a cheque for £200, turned around, smacked the bastard again. Oh, thank you, my lord. Worth every penny. Thank you. I did enjoy that. Thank you so much. Here's another £50. I'm going to trip him up on the way out. Watch this. You know, my favourite winner of the lottery was the Asian guy who won £17.5 million. He won I think it was the first big rollover lottery. He wins £17.5 million. It's all over the papers. His family were furious with him, of course, because he's Muslim, he shouldn't have gambled. And I thought he was magnificent about the whole thing. He just came straight out in public and said, you're right, I'll never bet again. I am through with gambling. Don't charities bleat on nowadays about not getting as much as they used to because of the lottery? You know, when I heard that, I thought, well, obviously, why this is happening is people must have thought they were going to get something off charity. That's why they've switched all of a sudden. There must have been people going around saying, I'll just give them £2 to the RSPCA, so fingers crossed. This time next week, I could be going around with a distressed donkey. It could be me. You know what I say, though, with this talk, you know what I say, money can't buy you happiness. It can't. Money can't buy you happiness, except if you spend it on booze and prozzies, obviously, and then... See his bloke going, I Okay. Do you ever look at Hello magazine? Do you look through that? Sometimes I always buy that. People, they don't look happy though, do they? These fucking idiots with their money, all dressed up in a different outfit in every room in their house. I mean, what's that about? Is that what you have to do when you're rich? You keep a little outfit on a hanger inside the door and get changed. I'll just slip into this while I'm in this room, if you don't mind. Yeah. Here I am in my lounge suit. Here I am carving the Sunday roast in my carving the Sunday roast outfit. Why? Because I'm rich. So, fuck you. That's what magazine, I think that's what Hello magazine should be called. I think it should be, can I have a copy of Fuck You? Thank you very much, cheers. Just want to be reminded how shitty and boring my lifestyle is. Thank you very much. I have to read it. I'm addicted, to be honest. I am. I have to admit that now. Because I like to follow the on-off romance between my favourite celebs, Claudia Schiffer and David Copperfield. No, don't laugh. I love them. No, because they're so down-to-earth and natural and unaffected. So at one point, David Copperfield got Claudia Schiffer to sign a prenuptial agreement that in the event of a divorce, she wouldn't give away any of the secrets of his smashing magic show, okay? Well, as soon as I read this, I wrote straight away to David Copperfield. I said, Dave, I really think I should sign the agreement as well because I've seen your act. And I'm pretty sure I figured out how you fly, right? Now, call me a miserable old skeptic, but I think it probably involves industrial cable. Yeah. Am I right, Dave? Because I sort of think if humans could fly, they'd look just a little bit more comfortable than you do, to be honest. That's all I'm saying. Yes, and gentlemen, yes, I can fly. Yes, I can. It's a miracle. It's magic. Don't even ask how I do it. I was watching it. It's fucking swinging to and fro like Lulu at pantomime. And the whole audience at Earl's Court went kind of medieval. They go, flying man. I swear to God, he could have got a cigarette lighter out and done the fire from his fingers. And some idiot behind me goes, how do you think he does that? I thought, how the fuck do you think he does it? Look at, he's got his pants up his crack, for Christ's sake. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I can fly. Yes, I can. Oh, bit of a rough landing, but I can fly. I can fly, ladies and gentlemen. No, you can't. If you can fly, do it outside. Yeah, so come on, everyone, out of the car park. Dave's going to fly. I can fly. Bollocks. No one can. Least of all you prick. It's like Jerry Anderson getting his wife to sign an agreement. Never give away the secrets of the Thunderbirds puppets. We got away with it so far, but if anyone finds out they're on string, we're finished. I know, I'm being unkind, I suppose. I admire him in a way for asking her out. I think it takes some guts to ask someone as beautiful as that out. I mean, you'd think these supermodels are so perfect, so perfect. You think if you took them out, they'd break or something, wouldn't you? Snap and getting in the car. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't... People say that. Don't you think Kate Moss looks sexy? No, I think she looks hungry, to be honest. What is the approach with these women anyway? What do you go? I was wondering if maybe you would care to have dinner with me and maybe later make yourself sick, whatever. I have two good fingers. I'd like to help if I can. It'll be a pleasure, please. Is that good for you? This is good for me. That's going to be a fun day, isn't it? You got room for sweet? I will have in a minute. Yes, I'll see the menu again now. No, I feel sorry. I do. I genuinely, I think it must be a very tough thing to be the world's most famous magician because, well, there's a pressure on you, isn't there, for everything to be right in your life, really, because you're David Copperfield and you're magic, for crying. You could say, hey, Dave, what's the matter? Oh, my bike's broken. I don't know what's the matter with it. Well, why don't you magic it right, then? Yeah, I probably will later, yeah. Who do you turn to in a crisis? You get robbed, you ring the police. Hi, it's David Copperfield, my car's disappeared. Oh, I see, sir. Shall I report it or clap? You'll be flying to the show tonight. Oh, shut your face. So my wife made me sign a prenuptial agreement, in actual fact, that if I mess around or just vaguely displease her in any way at all, whether I'm aware of it or not, she gets everything. No, we're a good couple, actually. We've been together for 10 years, married for 8 of those, the first date, but, bit of a tiff at that point, but there you are. No, we still romantic. We say I love you to each other, and that's a good thing about being together a long time is you know when to say it. You know what I mean? You know when you're in like a young relationship and all you say for 2 weeks is I love you too. That's the conversation. I love you. Yeah, I love you. I could turn into Barry White. I hire a microphone and backing singers around the house and go love you, baby, I love you. Yeah, but then after a while the kind of magic wears off and you start saying it to each other at the wrong point and it's kind of inconvenient that you're watching telly. I love you, yeah, I love you too. You're brushing your teeth or something, I love you, oh fuck, I love you too, what's the matter with you? You brush your teeth occasionally, I love you a bit more as well, I think that. We're a bit of a modern couple. I'm a bit of a modern guy, to be honest. I don't often sort of, as you know, talk about politics, but I've taken to discussing my sexual politics recently, and I thought I would try this to see what the Saturday night feel is in London about what I think. And I'm going to say this because I think of it. I think it. So what I believe is that women actually never will be equal to men. That's what I believe, right now. Oh, all right. Now I think men are catching up in all kinds of ways. There's a clapping now. Men clapping as well. Doesn't that make you sick? He's not Greek. He just wants sex later. You see the guy? Yeah. Mr. Right-on, Mr. Hard-on down there, ain't he? One guy goes, right, Jack. He's sitting up there going, oh shit. Oh, so no, men are catching up. We're catching up. I think it's a while before we'll be featured in our own soap powder advert or something, but that's, you know. Is this clean? Yeah, I'd wear it again. Try a new skid mark from Ariel. Stops you smelling of your own shit. The whole thing is a nonsense, of course, isn't it? Of course, everything levels out. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't it? Doesn't everything? It's just like it's equal. We all know that. It has a natural way of equalising. You know, there's a statistic that 9/10 of the world's property is owned by men, right? But the way I look at it, I reckon women make up for that in wardrobe space alone. We moved about 10 months ago, and Jane, my wife, she allocated the wardrobe space within about 4 seconds of getting through the front door. It was unbelievable. We're in, gone there. And it was awesome. She'd go, right, this is mine, and this is yours. And this little drawer here is yours as well, after I've put some things in it. Well, thanks, I've got someone to keep my pencil. That's good, thank you very much. And now, of course, she's taken over my wardrobe. This is what hurts. She's taken over my wardrobe, my locker, for Christ's sake. You know, my cubby hole, my crack in the wall with a door in it. I look, there's stuff missing, there's dresses hanging in there. I go, where's my leather jacket? Oh, that old thing. You haven't worn that since Tuesday. I'm standing there, I've got a dress in my hand, for Christ's sake. You know, I'm not a transvestite, but if I didn't concentrate in the mornings, I work out in some pretty weird-looking shit, I can tell you that. But we don't. We're lucky. I mean, we don't row very much, is the honest truth of it. We don't row very much. Actually, rows in my house always start with the same words, in fact. I wonder if this will sound familiar to anyone here tonight. Rows in my house always start with these words. You're in a funny mood. Followed by a noise that is a bit like, right? It's the sound of my arsehole closing up. Followed by a kind of like noise, which is the cat getting out the cat flap. Easy, I'm out of here, I tell you. I've had enough of this. I'm too old and too wise to hang around for one of these. I'm going to go out, kill some wildlife. I'll be back in 2 hours. You get yourself sorted out. Yeah, you're in a funny mood. I always try and get myself out of it, of course. I go, do you think so? Because I can't row. That's my problem. I hate conflict, and I never can remember what to say next, and I lose my thread, and I can never come up with examples or anything like that. And I'm hopeless, you know. Oh yeah, like when? I don't know. If I was ever in court, I'd have to have a woman defending me, I tell you. Not even a barrister, just a woman. They've got the natural ability, right in a pitch of a row, they can come up with facts and figures, statistics. Like a walking Zion when they want to be, I tell you. I mean, I put my feeble little case forward. I think we use the car equally. Oh, do we? Well, I put it to you, this since we bought the vehicle on the 2nd of June in 1992. Here are the papers. Would you please check them? Are they correct? What are you talking about? I'm going to run out the house. I come back. She's got a wig on and a gown. She's still summing up. She's got a family round there, the jury, going, yeah. It's a very, very hard thing to do, and I once had an argument, but I once thought I had something to say, and I said the thing that you shouldn't say, you know what I mean? I did say that one thing that men should never say, and I said it, and I always have regretted it, but as long as I live, I'll never say those words again, but I said it that one time. I was desperate, and I just said, well, what's the matter? Is it you know? My what? You know, that thing. Say the word. Say I'm period. Oh yes. And I am pissed off. And there's no telling what you've done. You won't guess what you've done. You have to just come out and ask. You've got memory recall from hell at this point, I tell you. Yeah. So what is it? Please tell me. What is it? Whatever I've done, please tell me. Remember when we had dinner at Johnny Rocket's Diner? What? It's 3 years ago. I asked for the salt and you didn't pass it. Men, don't ever make out you know what it is, the suffering thing of it. Don't ever make out you understand. It's a big fucking mistake. Men don't know what it is to suffer. John McCarthy doesn't know what it is to suffer by comparison to what they go through, as far as I can see. I mean, I said once, I said, look, I do sympathize. It must be terrible. I mean, once a month I go on the piss and I feel shit. So, how many of you, I wonder how honest you're going to be with me now, how many of you have been in a relationship where baby language gets used when you're apologizing and stuff? Yeah? Nah, you're not being honest. There's more of you. I think you know what I'm talking about, don't you? I'm sorry. I even hate doing it, you know what I mean? It makes you sick to think about it, doesn't it? Like, pinky and perky. I'm sorry too. Sorry, I said I wanted to bury an ice pick in your stupid fat face. You are cute when you're cross, I tell you that. Well, I hate to be in a row, do anything to avoid it, to be honest. I can't bear it. Good fun to watch, actually, rows, don't you find? I like to watch a row. So you see people rowing in the street. It's so funny, isn't it? You see a couple walking down a pavement and there's a kind of tension between them, a body language that tells you that there's something between them. They're going to row. Sooner or later, one of them's going to go... It's so rewarding when it happens. You go, yes, I knew they were going to do that. So that's the thing, the mistake that men and women shop together. I'm sure this is a mistake, a fundamental error that we make, because men shop in different ways. They regress. They become like children because they're surrounded by new things. They don't know how to cope. They just follow their women folk around 8 feet behind all day. Go, do we have to go into Dorothy Perkins? And you see people rowing in cars. I love to see that when people row in cars. It's great. It's like a silent movie of a row, isn't it? Someone pulled up at the lights next to us the other day and they're having a row. This couple. He's in the driving seat. He's going nuts, right? He's going, and he's going. Right? But what was great about it, she was just sitting there doing this. Now, I felt like tapping on the window and warning him, look, just get out the car and run. Don't look back, just get out the car. And she's doing that. That's when they're most dangerous. Go, now. She's sharpening it. I tell you, I've seen it before. Go. Oh, it's tragic. I was too late and she struck. She got the jugular. It was appalling, And she went, shh. And then she caught my eye, so I didn't see a thing in there. I didn't see that. I'll help you bury the bastard. But it all goes to show, doesn't it? Relationships are very hard to keep going, and they are. Come on, hands up whose marriage are on the rocks now. Come on. Isn't it hard to keep it, you know, I hate the bit at the beginning of a relationship where you have to meet the parents and the family and stuff like that. Especially when you're a teenager, that's particularly kind of hard, I find. I had a girlfriend when I was about 17 called Louise. We've been going out with each other for, 9 days. And she goes, my parents really want to meet you. I thought, do they? Oh, fuck. Had to go around as a kind of getting to know you session. We all have to sit down and play Scrabble together, right? The mother, the grandfather, the grandmother, and the father. We're all sitting around playing Scrabble, and I get all the duff letters. I can't go. See, I can't do anything with it. You know? And I'm going, I don't know. And they're all thinking, do you think he knows how to play? I go, and in the end, I had to go, and all I could put was blowjob. That's all I could put. And her gran was into voodoo. She was like really scary, you know. She could turn herself into a bird of prey and shit like that. I didn't want to catch her eye. She'd go, ah! She took us to a seance. Can you believe this? You deserve a day out. Took us to a seance. We're at this seance. We're all sitting around the table holding hands, and a kind of really dark kind of atmosphere. And all these people I didn't know were all holding hands. And they're, is anybody there? Is anybody there? And there's this bloke there called Graham, who reckoned he was the top kind of medium man, you know. He reckoned he could talk in tongues and all this shit. And he suddenly goes, and they go, who is it? He goes, it's Uncle Kevin. And, you know, his best other person voice he could do, right? This is a beside the point thing, but I'm going to say now. If you get asked to a seance, don't eat sprouts for a week or anything like that. I swear to God, one fart, the whole show's over. It is hard enough to keep a straight face at a seance when you're in a room with people you don't know. They're all holding hands, and they go, is anybody there? Some bastard goes, you know, it's over. You know, for me it was over. You know what I mean? And I start giggling like this, and of course you want your hands back when you're giggling, don't you? And they kept holding tighter and tighter, right? And of course I just lost it big time. I was going, and they go, oh, someone's come to Jack. I go, who is it? Who is it? Oh, Jimi Hendrix! Oh! I swear to God, do you know, I always assumed there'd be a point in my life when I would stop laughing at farts. Doesn't happen. I always thought, you know, you'll be 22 or something, someone will tell you a fart joke, and you say, oh, grow up, come on, don't you read anymore or something? Yeah, but I mean, when I was 8, you could think of nothing funny, and we had a teacher. This is such a gift. He had a teacher who'd fart when he told you off. He got all upset, and he'd get emotional, and he'd start farting, right? Because we'd annoy him on purpose, just because it was so funny to watch it happen. You know? It was unbelievable that every time, I'm sick and tired if it happens one more time, and a whole lot of you can... The whole class suddenly have to get something out of their desk. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, God, the agony of it. And I haven't grown up. I'm 35 years old. You know? I was at a funeral 4 months ago. And there was a quiet moment during the service on, you know, reflection and all this. And I was kind of flicking through the hymn book and stuff like that. And I heard this awful kind of noise. It was one that you think has ended and then it starts up again. It had a bloody life of its own, this. In the end, I had to look round. I thought it came from the coffin. That's what got me going first of all. Because I start kind of, I'm rocking in the aisle with laughter. Jesus Christ, people are squeezing my shoulder. You'll be all right, mate. Jack's taking it very hard. I'll stay with him. I thought I won't teach my children that farts are funny. That would be a wrong thing to do. It's not fair. I'll wait and see if it's a natural thing that they laugh at it, fair enough, but I am not going to teach them, indoctrinate them with my own moronic sense of humour. I'll wait and see if it's a sure enough, 2 years old, in the bath, laughing like they'd invented it, for Christ's sake. You know what my conclusion is? My conclusion is that we are meant to laugh at them. I think we should. I think it's right that we laugh. I think it's like God's way of cheering us along, in actual fact. I think it's God's way of saying to us all, look, life is hard, it's tough, it's bad sometimes, but I've done this for you, right? It's my joke, don't ever try and top it. It's the best. You've each got an arse, it makes wonderful noises. Please, enjoy. And I think you should. I think you should laugh and enjoy it, and it's good. It's good exercise anyway. Let's face it. It is. You fart in bed. It's like a workout, isn't it? Sorry. You ever do the wave machine thing with your duvet? Oh. See, that's when you're in a relationship that you realise what a pillow is for. It's not for your head at all, it's for your face. Oh, you fucking pig. Oh. So I'm liberated. I feel so much better because I can talk about it. I think we should. I have different ways of farting as well. I have farting techniques. I could write. I have a shopping fart that I do. I'll tell you about this. You'll learn something. Now listen. We were, I have a like department store fart that you do, because in a department store it's a sealed environment, very dangerous place to let one off, because you could just be, there's no air movement, so you get trapped with it and you walk around and someone will be going, yeah, there, him, there, it was him, that one with the blue haze around him, there's him, there, dirty man, dirty. You could be picked up in the video surveillance, whatever. Jesus Christ, before you know it, you're on Crime Watch. What do you think? It was this man. So you don't want that. You want to be able to let one go and walk away from it. This is what you must do. The technique, you need to look at the stationery over here, okay? So, but you want to download first because you're uncomfortable. Go and this is the thing. You go and look at something you've no interest in at all, and pick it up, look at it, and discreetly, obviously, what I would call an air brake number. You just, waste no time, friends. Put it down and walk away. Let some other bastard walk into it, oh, Jesus Christ! Don't go near them paperweights, they stink! And it works every time. Don't do it in the winter because you've got a coat on, it follows you around underneath you. You can forget it's there, you unbutton your coat, an hour later someone's got a lighted cigarette, you're gone. You're a dead man. But that's what I think, I'd be honest with you, I think that is a sign of a healthy relationship, I do. Two people in bed, one of them laughing their socks off. The other one going, fucking hell, I can't breathe. Of course you can, get under there, you love it. No! Yes. I think I got your level, haven't I? Yeah, well, this isn't for the South Bank show, so why not? You know what I mean? Listen, I don't get much heckling in this theatre because it's kind of a nice, polite atmosphere, which is just as well, probably. I'm going to leave a note. If you want to leave a note for me during, you can do that. And if we have time at the end, we'll read some out. So that's a little thing we can do. It's just a bit of fun. So can I ask you to be the pen and pad monitor? Is that okay for you? Can you do that? Would you like to? I'll tell you what to do. And well, you obviously know. Okay, fine. What's your name? Pete. Pete. I like Pete. Good. I dig Pete. No. Pete knows what to do. He doesn't need any telling. He's one of these people. He's confident. You know what I mean? It'd be his first day at work in a factory. What's your name, Pete? Oh, I'll show you how to work this heavy machinery. No, it's all right. I already know. Oh my fucking arm! No, Pete. All you need to do is make sure it stays down the front there and on the stage. They're really all there is to it. So thanks for taking on that for me. Thanks a lot. I think that you should definitely have an interval now, because if you don't, you're going to wonder where I've gone. I'll see you again in 20 minutes. Thanks for the first night. Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Good. Welcome back. Did you have a good interval? Was it good? Was it okay? Yeah. I'm a bit pissed now, actually. That's good. I like to be back with the audience, to be honest. I hate my dressing room here. It's such an old building and the dressing room's haunted and it's spooky and horrible. It is. There's a door that's locked and I can hear crying behind it and horrible. Yeah, I got a poltergeist in my dressing room. You won't believe this. I got a poltergeist, and the other day everything was thrown around. It's the ghost of an actor doing this, right? Everything's being thrown around the dressing room, and things are going, the lights are going on and off, and oh God, it freaked me out. I know it's the ghost of an actor because when it all died down, I heard this voice was that okay? I mean, I can give you more, I can bring it back, whatever. But every time I go in there, something spooky happens. It's weird. And just now I went in, I turned the light on, and poof, the bulb went, just like that. And that freaks me out every time because I thought, God, I must have turned it off just in time last time. Christ. What are the chances of that, hey? But anyway, I'm back. I mean, you're probably wondering what I do during the interval, and you probably imagine that I put a robe on and have a glass of sherry, and being the West End, I would, of course, and, become emotional and have to be slapped before I come back on and things. Yeah, no, in actual fact, what I do during the interval, since you're interested, I pick my nose, is what I do. So, I do. I'll let you into the secret. I pick my nose because the lights irritate my face, and as soon as I get off, I go, glory, oh, right, oh, and sometimes I have to get one discreetly while I'm on stage. I go, oh. That's why I quite often do that while I'm on. Yeah, but anyway, no, I was thinking what a great audience you are. You've really been fantastic, and I'm going to get some coaches together and take you on tour with me next time, I think. Yeah, you come with me when you come around the country, yeah? Yeah, no, sorry, not you. There's no room. I'd love to do that, because that would mess up all the journalists with their stupid bloody questions, wouldn't it? Jack, do you find the audience changes from town to town? Oh, no. No, they're the same people. Did I not tell you that before? But you are a great audience. I couldn't have handpicked a better audience, I must say. I'm very lucky. You can't vet an audience, so you just get what you take, and that's it. I mean, not that I would want to vet an audience, but actually, I think for cinema you should now. I really think the time has come, because any fucker can get in the cinema now, can't they? I think the time has come to ask a few questions before they get in, because anyone can get a ticket. Can I have a ticket? And they're in. There should be questions asked. Whoa! Hold your horses, sonny boy. Few questions for you to answer first, okay, right? Question number 1, here's a sweet, I'd like you to unwrap it as quietly as you can. Okay, supposing you get into the cinema and someone you recognise, someone comes on the film that you recognise from another film or TV show, do you keep your stupid face shut? Or turn to your equally moronic friend and go, "Here, that's him off Ballykiss Angel, isn't it? He's not a priest though, is he? No, must be an actor." I was so pleased that Crash was banned in Westminster. I think that was a brave and right decision. This film, Crash, is a hideous, ghastly film and a disgusting idea of a film as well. I mean, in case any of you aren't aware about what this film is a film about a couple who get their kicks by having sex with victims of car crashes. Yeah, nice. Gone are the days when they made films like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. But I have to say, I saw Crash. I saw the film on the first day that it was released, actually, and I regret having done so, because I found it very disturbing, and it affected me in a very negative way. Because shortly after watching this film, I was going down a country lane quite late at night, and happened upon a car accident, and one of the victims was a man in his 40s crawling up the lane asking for help, and I got out my car and fucked him up the arse. But my point is this: if I hadn't seen that film, the idea would never have occurred to me. What about Camilla Parker Bowles then? Is that what posh people do when they smash their car up? Go, "Oh, sorry." But anyway, so no, you're a good bunch of people here, good audience, and nice bit of queuing. Pete, you did a good job there. You did some nice. Actually, chuck it over, Pete. I'll chuck it to me, and I'll just. Yeah, good throw. Thanks, mate. The pen is yours, Pete. The pen is yours, right? We'll read some of those at the end if we can. No, nice bit of queuing you organised there, so I'm grateful for Pete for doing that. Because not that I was expecting rough queuing or bad queuing, because we're in England, aren't we? So we are the best. We are the best at queuing. I think that should be our national sport, to be honest. I do. I think we should introduce that as an Olympic sport, and we clean up, wouldn't we? There's Great Britain in the slow lane doing so very well, really taking their time. Everyone passing them by. That's what queuing's about. It really is. They've got the hang of that. We come back with medals and everything. That'd make a fucking change, wouldn't it? The relay. Sorry, but I'm not an Olympic coach. But my tip is, if you're going to do a sport at the Olympics, for Christ's sake, try it before you get there. Do you know what I mean? Don't let us all down in that way. And it made me cry, that effort, the Olympic. There was a kind of real, the British team, there was a kind of real going for bronze feel to it all, wasn't there? You know what I mean? All these British athletes, being interviewed, going, yeah, well, the main thing is I've had a really great time. No, it's not. No, we could have sent Keith Chegwin, he'd have had a great time. See, now, did you see, this is an interesting, did anyone watch, you must have watched the FA Cup final a couple of weekends ago. Chelsea beat Middlesbrough, yeah? Yeah, am I right? Yeah. Yes, indeed. Wasn't that a great day for Italy? And No, spare a thought for those Middlesbrough fans, ladies and gentlemen, because they did have a rotten time of it. I mean, they lost 2 cup finals and they were relegated, and to cap it all, had to go back to Middlesbrough afterwards, which I just hope they managed to get a hot, nourishing meal before they left. But anyway, no, my point is this about the FA Cup final, right? Now, my point is this. Yeah, I'll be welcome up north next time. Yeah. What got me is, on the Sunday after the cup final, the whole Chelsea team were paraded up the King's Road here on top of a bus, and it was a hero's welcome, and the streets were swarming, and hooray, you're heroes, hooray, welcome back, and right and proper. It was a topless bus, of course. They weren't clinging on to the number 11 for dear life. Whose bloody idea was this, for Christ's sake? But it's the right way to do it. Now, but what occurred to me is, I think if the team haven't done so well, right, the opposite should apply. Don't let your Olympic team just trickle back in the country unnoticed. Oh no, parade the losers on a rubbish truck. Let them know that you're ashamed. Boo, you shits, boo. Throw eggs at them, boo. Go on, keep going, you crap you are. We're ashamed of you. Boo, boo, boo. Freedom of the city, bollocks, boo. Here's a coin for the toilets, because you shit your pants again. Fuck off. I was so, and the tragedy of it was, when I was watching it, I became glad that the Olympics wasn't coming to Britain. That was the shame of it for me. I thought, I'm glad it's not, because it was a very close thing. Do you remember, between Manchester and Sydney was, whew. For a while, no one knew which way that was going to swing, and anyway, Sydney get it by a whisker. We don't know why or how, but I heard a rumour that everyone thought that daylight would be an advantage, so, Why I say this is that, because I don't think we're ready for anything of that scale, because we wouldn't even get the ceremony right. I don't see us getting that right. Now, in Atlanta, they had, for me, the greatest living sportsman on earth. They had Muhammad Ali, and he lit the flame, and the games began. It was so magnificent. And 5 years ago, do you remember Barcelona? They had that archer, and he shot a flaming arrow into the night sky, and it arched across the darkness like a comet and landed in the Olympic torch, and the flames came to life and the games began. It was incredible. And I began to have an image in my mind of what we would do with that in this country. Don't ask me why. I had an image of Timmy Mallet in my head. I don't know why. Timmy Mallet, oh, miss. People were coming forward trying to help out. I got some matches. Let's see if we can't get it going. Doesn't seem want to go, does it? No. Some sort of tap under it. Have you tried doing both ways? Sometimes you have to do it the other way. You think it's going to go one way, but no, it doesn't seem to. We've called the gas board. They'll be here Tuesday. If that's any good. Will someone be here all day? Only they won't give a time. That's the only thing. I had an image in my mind of Ian Botham stepping forward and saving the day by lighting his farts, Let the games begin. Ian, you're a hero. We'd have to keep feeding him beans for 2 weeks to keep the flame going and go, yeah, keep going. Oh, God, keep going. No more. How much? See, we wouldn't have an Olympic torch. We'd just have Ian Botham's big fat ass up there on fire for 2 weeks. No disrespect, But I do. I mean, I do. I mean, look at our game of cricket, for Christ's sake. When are we going to sort this fucking out? You know what the score was today? All out for 77. It's like a football score. It's pathetic. You know where we went wrong with cricket? You know where we went wrong? When they asked for pads. That's when we went wrong. They said, why do you want pads? Well, because you can have pads if you want. So they had pads. So they got their pads on, and then they said, can we have gloves as well? Oh, yeah, okay, you want gloves, and then they want something for elbow, because if it gets the elbow, it hurts. You can have a hat. Yeah, you can have a hat. Have a fucking what you want. Sooner or later they're just going to come out in a cupboard with a cricket bat hanging out. But what they should have done, they should have been tough with these people. When they said, hey, do you think we could have pads? You should have, why? Because if you miss the ball and it hits your leg, it fucking hurts. Yes. Yes, doesn't it? That's the point, my friend. Hit the fucking ball! See? Yeah. You want to get our cricket game back on course, send them out there stark bollock naked. I swear to God, they will bat like demons. They'll be gone. No, it sounds like I have no respect at all for sports people. I have a lot of respect. I'm always intrigued how people get into their particular sport, their field of expertise. How do you get into pole vaulting? How does that happen? It seems to me that takes a special kind of maniac to try that one out, doesn't it? No, leave me. I've seen it done. And you never see these people out and about either, do you? Like with a big long Adidas bag. Well, we'll go. But our attitude of sport can best be summed up by what occurred in this great city of ours only a few weekends ago, the London Marathon. Now I don't know what is the kindest way to deal with someone who chooses to run 26 miles around our capital dressed as a fucking alarm clock, right? But I feel that there should be somewhere they can be kept safe, at least from themselves, for the day. Do you know what I mean? Well, you see these people that don't even look fit. They've got their little watch on showing if their heart rate's going, and they go, oh, still going, oh, still going, oh, still alive. What happens if you drop dead? Do you think the watch just goes, game over? You've got to try everything, haven't you? Because it's like fitness is the new rock and roll. Everyone's so into it. You can't turn the telly on without some lycra-clad Nazi imploring you. Come on, let's work on your abdomen. No, let's just work on your personality, shall we? Make it easier for everyone. I have tried everything. Believe me. You know, the most recent thing I tried, I got roped into this time. Don't ask me how. It's a long story. I got roped into cross-country skiing. Right? Yeah. Doesn't it sound great in itself? You know, oh, great, skiing without hills, what a laugh. And it looks so easy as well, these people, they're going around and go, shh, it's a fucking nightmare, I tell you. I spent a fortnight going around Norway like a wooden top. I couldn't believe it. It was just like... And our guide, this guy Sven is our guide, he's the fittest man on earth. He's like miles ahead of me. Occasionally he'd look around there, look over there's an Arctic fox. I don't give a fuck what's over there. You can't do this, you can't. Oh, God. So frustrating. You have to try it, because you've got to be fit. You turn on telly, and there's all this kind of, what about gladiators? I'm Wolf. Are you? You know those bodybuilders, they do get on my tits. They are wankers, aren't they? I don't know who would go, I don't know why anyone would go to so much effort and expense and trouble to make themselves look like they're having a shit. That's what they look like to me. They were standing around. Okay, what's the matter with you? It's through there on the left. Do you mind? Fill your trunks in here. Maybe I'm lucky. Maybe I'm lucky. I'm one of these people who doesn't have to work out, because I look like that about 9:30 every morning. I could take a Polaroid camera into the lavatory with me, take a picture of my face, poof, send it into Muscle Weekly. I'll be on the front cover. Look how fit Jack is. That's all that's about, but you got to try, because I do put on weight. It's a thing, a tendency. I'm unlucky like that. I'm one of these people, I only have to look at a sandwich, I put on weight. Do you know what I mean? Usually because I'm eating a cake at the time, but that's... You know when it is you start putting weight on in your life is when you have children, because all of a sudden the kitchen is full of crisps and cake and biscuits and Coca-Cola, comfort food, and I do find it a comfort, that's the thing, And I just eat and eat and eat. I've never eaten so much in my life. And the ironic thing is, the kids don't even like that stuff anymore, We go around the supermarket with them and they say, okay, can we have apples? Fuck off, you're having wagon wheels. Can we have peeled carrots? Shut your face, you're having Swiss roll. I have two children. I don't know if I've said this yet. I have two small girls, daughters. Lovely, delightful. I'm very lucky. And I don't carry photographs of my children, or any other children for that matter. But it's people do. It's a very strange thing. They do this. You got children. Yeah, I got three. Look, I'll show you a photo. No, it's okay. I believe you. And I never want to look at pictures of other people's kids anyway, because you could be so unsubtle and you could just blurt something out before you've even thought. You go, oh, cry, oh. Oh, I see, yes, I see. It's very nice, that's good, isn't it? Yeah. But I worry about kids. Kids grow up too quick now, I think. Their childhood is too short. I worry about language. This might sound a bit hypocritical, but I'm messing around when I swear and use words. But when you hear small children using it, it's horrible, isn't it? And I live in a decent area now. I went round next door the other day. I needed something, and I knocked on the door. The 6-year-old who lives there, the 6-year-old boy, opens the door. He's got a glass of brandy in one hand and a cigar in the other hand. Do you see? And I said, are your mum and dad in? And he said, what do you fucking think? Is there any need for that? I don't know. So I think children should be stopped from hearing certain words until they're really old enough to use them properly. And I think there are certain words they should be protected from as long as possible. The word "why" comes to mind. The word. The children don't know how to use that responsibly. They'll use that. They're merciless with that word. They'll drive adults to suicide with that word. They just go, well, what are you doing? I'm making toast. Why? Because I'm hungry. Why? Because I just got up. Why? Because I can't stay in bed all day. Why? Because I've got to talk to you, haven't I? And I thought the nicest way to deal with this and teach them that it's not a good way to run a conversation is to try it on her, right? So I thought, right, I'll try my laser logic on you, see how you like having a conversation. I go up, what are you doing? I'm painting. Why? She goes, because this is not a crayon. I was just kind of wandering around all afternoon going, yeah, good answer, good answer. You can't argue with that. Yeah. That's one of the hardest things about being a parent is that you are expected to know everything and you begin to realize what a moron you really are. It's because you're expected to know everything. You're the fountain of knowledge. You're the giver of life, for Christ's sake. You should know everything. And even stuff I thought I knew, I don't know because my kids have asked me for some reason. Dad, how's electricity work? Well, you put the plug in, don't you? Let's have some more cake, come on. It is, it's a very, and there's a real pressure to have kids as well. I mean, the thing that kids love more than anything else actually is to get you involved in what they're doing. That's what they really enjoy, where it doesn't matter what it is, if it's the train set, or a Lego or whatever, they love to get you to do it as well. Dad, do some colouring in, Dad, do some colouring in, please, Dad, do some colouring in. So then in the end, you do some colouring in with them, right? And they piss off. they come on, we'll leave him, he's happy now, we'll leave him. You have to keep him busy, that's the point, you see. And the thing is, you get into it. You're just going, should have done more of this when I had the time, I tell you that. This is going to be the best bumblebee in the whole damn book, this is. No, there is a pressure to have kids. It's a very hard thing. You know, when you haven't got children, everyone you know who's got children come round, they don't they lay it on with a fucking trowel? When are you going to have a baby? Look at us, we've got a baby, we're so happy. We're a real family now, not two lost individuals just wandering through space, wondering about the meaning of it all. We're so happy, it's the most lovely thing in the world. You'd make nice parents as well, why don't you do it? So in the end, you have kids as well. And the same people come around the next day, so it's fucking hard, isn't it? See how you bloody like it. Well, I bought my kids a Kinder Egg the other day, last Sunday. Well, one each, actually. And, well, things are going well. I think they deserve to share the success. But I bought them a Kinder Egg. It's 3 surprises in one. It's in the advert. You know, I was intrigued, you know. It's a delightful child, that, isn't it? It's a good role model for everyone, that little child on that advert. It's a nice one. I want something chocolatey! With a surprise inside! I was intrigued about the Kinder Egg thing, because I wanted to know the three. Now, I've tried counting the surprises in a Kinder Egg, right? And I've got to admit now, I'm not up to 3 yet, I have to say. I have tried. Now, I accept that surprise is a relative factor, that what is a surprise to a small child is not necessarily going to be a surprise to an adult. That's a given in my equation. For instance, surprise number 1, the inside of the egg is white. Hey! You know what I mean? I'm being facetious. They love it, you know. They'll give you a song and dance for that. You'll get 20 minutes of sheer joy. You get bloody river dance out of them for that. They go, oh no, the biggest way. They love it, right? Surprise number 2, there's a toy inside. Fair enough, that I accept as a surprise. That's a good thing. That's a good. Surprise number 3, this is where I get lost on the count, right? Surprise number 3, there are no more surprises. What? Surprise number 3, the outside of the egg is brown. But, you know, it has to be for surprise number 1 to work, really, if you think about it, you know? And I do think about these things. You know what surprise number 3 should be? You know what it should be? A cigarette. That's what it should be. No, when kids have had chocolate, they need something to bring them down. Just a notch, you know. That's great, Dad. Can I have a light, please? Thank you very much. They're going to have adult Kinder Eggs before you know it. I bet that'll happen. You'll open up, little adult surprise will jump out, a little tube of hemorrhoid cream or something. Oh, lucky me. Yeah, I only say that actually because I was reading back of one of these magazines. There was an advert for hemorrhoid cream, and it said, "Money back if not delighted." I thought, well, why ever would I be delighted? Given the circumstances, you know. I've sent off for this cream because I'm walking around with the Maltesers coming out my arsehole. Even if this stuff works, I'll just be back to normal, so don't get your hopes up, you know what I mean? No, but I digress. My 2.5-year-old, so lovely, I love this age, so inquisitive, so full of it. She gets up at like 5:30 in the morning, and fuck knows why, because she has nothing to do, I can tell you. I looked through her diary, nothing, just no entry for days on end, nothing at all. She likes an early start. She gets downstairs, you know, she's very troubled by milk and how it arrives on the doorstep in the night. She won't accept it's a friendly arrangement, do you know what I mean? She'll get downstairs, she open the door, oh God, the milk monster's been, oh dear. Better sort that one out, don't want any fucking milk. And now her quest at the moment is to find a bouncing egg from the fridge, right? This is what, oh yeah. Now I blame myself because we had a birthday party and we invited an entertainer, a children's entertainer. Coco the Clown comes, right? He's complete genius, very funny guy. And he turns up at the door, he's just a normal looking bloke with a suitcase. And he comes straight past me, goes into the lavatory with his suitcase, comes out and, you know, it's Coco, incredible. But anyway, and the final trick of the day is he's juggling with eggs. This is the thing, and the kids are loving it and clapping along and la 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 la. And then of course he drops them all and they bounce everywhere. Yeah, thanks very fucking much, Coco. Coco the arsehole. Back to the toilet, Coco. You know, and now, ever since, my small one, she's just downstairs in front of the fridge every morning. No. But that's it, I live in chaos, I have to say I do. I don't mind admitting that, I live in chaos. We're messy people. I don't do any housework, I can't be asked. You know. My wife is Lazy Spice. She is, she's one of the band, but she never shows up for anything. She's never even been photographed. She's so fucking lazy. Yeah, I got the dog, I got the cat, I've got the 2 kids. I got this dog who's 10 months old. Very sweet dog, lovely little puppy thing, really. You know what he likes to do? Shall I tell you? He's very sweet, this thing. I'll tell you now, he likes to fuck teddies. It's endearing, isn't it? Isn't that sweet? Yeah. Oh yes, she likes to fuck a teddy from time to time. That's the bit they don't tell you in the book, you know what I mean? By the way, they do like to fuck a teddy, right? And he's in love with a panda at the moment that we got from a school fete. And what bothers me about the whole thing is he likes to do it in front of people. That upsets me, that bit of it, you know? Because I reckon if that was my little fetish, I'd wait until everyone was out of the house, you know? Okay, have a nice day out. Yeah, bye. Okay, cool before you get back. Okay, bye. Right, where's that fucking teddy bear? But he'll wait until we've got people round and we're having a drink, we're all round together, and it's his contribution to the evening. He kind of looks at me and says, I'll just go and get my teddy. I'll be right. Oh, God, yeah. I'm flushing, you know, Christ knows how the panda's feeling, and he'll bring it right in front of everyone, right in the circle. He starts going... you know, I got my parents round, they go, what a funny dog you've got. I don't know where he gets it from. He's doing positions and stuff on it now. He's getting all sophisticated. He's going, he's kind of licking its ear at the same time. He's whispering at it, you're great, baby, you're great. I swear to God, the panda's expression has changed as well, I swear. He used to be such a happy-go-lucky little guy when we got him back from the school fete, and he's now got that look on his face, just fucking put me on the bonfire, you know? If you care, put me on the bonfire. I am a soft toy, not a sex slave. That's the thing, you know, that's a sad thing. I mean, everyone said you won't like having a dog. They're messy, dirty animals. You won't like it, and they poo everywhere. Then you've got to clear up. You know, of course you clear up, because otherwise your house starts to stink, it's obvious. I mean, I don't have a problem with doing that. I don't have a problem with doing that, because, you know, I've changed nappies. For 5 years I changed nappies. I always think when you've had that fingernail experience, you know, you're immune, aren't you? You know what I mean? It's that moment in your life that disgust that comes not from here where you go, ugh, no, but from here where you just go, oh, fuck. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, you're doing Elvis impressions in your pajamas somewhere in the house. Someone had a machete, you just cut it off, baby, cut it off for me. So I didn't have a problem with that. I could do that. I can clear. But what I do have a problem with about clearing up after my dog is he seems to think it's funny, you know. He enjoys that moment of the day when I do that for him, and I find it humiliating. He's like, we go out in the common together, he does his little number, he goes, okay, he looks at me, yeah, I'll get that. I swear to God, he calls over his friends. Come on, all his doggy friends. Come on, look what he does. It's so funny. You do one as well, see if he gets yours. He's collecting it. I don't. He keeps bags of the stuff. I don't know what he does. Come around tomorrow night if you want. Yeah? Meet Panda. Great. That's great. That's great. That's my dog is a panda's pimp. That's nice, isn't it? You know, he's now taken a hanging around outside the front door. He's got a Rolex on. He's you know, yeah, you want to come in and meet Panda? Come on, one bonio. You go. But my local common, they've introduced special bins for dog shit, and it's, which is a good idea, I think. But try lifting a heavy weight dog up to one of them. They don't like that. No, they don't. And someone said you're doing that wrong. You got to put it in a plastic bag. And I said I did, and he nearly suffocated. Weren't you relieved when they managed to clone sheep the other day? Wasn't that fantastic? Oh, because it was getting on my nerves. I was thinking if they don't introduce some sort of variety in the world of sheep, I am going to go nuts, because the uniformity is driving me nuts with it. How many of you are taken in by those scientists? Look, we've managed to clone 2 sheep. Look, they're identical. It's off. So, you want to practice cloning, at least practice on animals that aren't famous for being identical to each other in the first place. Making it slightly easy on yourself, aren't you? And you'd have thought the Americans, of all people, would have learned after their last hideous experiment went so disgustingly wrong back in the 70s, namely the Osmonds. Yeah, anyway, now we've got mad sheep disease. That's fun, isn't it? Mad sheep disease has come into the country. The whole mad cow disease passed me over anyway. Everyone was going, mad cow disease. I don't know if I'm missing something. Has anyone ever met a sensible cow? You know what I mean? These things don't worry me, they don't bother me. I will eat any kind of food. I'm not kebabs, but any other kind of food. No, not kebabs, I may look mad, but, No, well, I worked in a kebab shop for a while, and so I know what goes into them. No, thank you very much. Not for me. Those things that go around on the spit, the private life of the kebab, these things used to arrive in blue plastic wrapping, right? I'm just telling you this, right? With incinerate only written down the side. Hospital waste, incinerate only. I swear to God. So I unwrapped one, it still had the shoe on it. And they used it. That's the horrible thing. They were using it. It was going around with a shoe on one end, a piece of steering wheel in the other end. It was just, Jesus Christ, I thought, if you never wondered why they're called doner kebabs, come on, But that's the thing with the mad cow disease. That was a horrible thing when that came out, and everyone... Didn't vegetarians love it when that happened? When that story broke, didn't they love it? It was like Judgment Day. When that story broke, there were vegetarians going around. Some of them had mustered enough energy to smile for the day. They were... I reckon I have a theory there are 3 kinds of vegetarians. 3 kinds. Now, the first kind just can't eat meat. They find it repugnant and they hate the idea. They won't eat meat. And I respect that, actually. I think fair enough. We all have our own thing. And then there's a second kind of vegetarian, can't eat meat because they've seen the film Babe, right? And it's hard. If you watch it with a small child, it's very hard, actually, at the end with it. But where does bacon come from? What do? Just hit them with the full, brutal facts of life? Bacon? Well, you get a pig like that one that was talking. You hang it upside down, you slit its throat, what are you crying for? What's the matter? No, obviously I wouldn't. I didn't say that. So you give them the softly version. Where bacon, it grows on trees. And... Then there's a third kind of vegetarian. I love these people. I wonder if we've got any in tonight. Vegetarians who will eat chicken and fish. This is great. I love these people. I'm a vegetarian except for chicken and fish. Oh, fascinating, really. That's interesting, because I'm a non-smoker except for cigarettes. harder. It's hard to eat meat, though. I think it's getting harder and harder to actually eat meat with a clean conscience. And one of the things they tell you too much about the product when you buy from a supermarket. You buy chicken from the supermarket, they start telling you about it. It's a free-range, corn-fed chicken. You might as well put its life history down the side of the package. You know what this little guy liked to do more than anything? Like to hop around the field where he lived with his friends looking for bits of corn. Not that that matters now, eh? Just, enjoy your meal, killer. So you don't want to know too much about it. It's a real turn-off. We had at Christmas, we had a self-basting turkey. I mean, Christ. I can't think of a sadder image. You know, the turkey that helps. Oh, God. Am I doing it right? Can I have some more oil? It's so hot in here. Turn it down a bit. For Christ's sake, I'm going to miss the party. It's too much. So, and it's true that in our heart of hearts, I'm sure we feel rotten about eating meat because that's why meat eaters love to eat sausage rolls and pasties and Scotch eggs, because you don't know what they look like when it was alive. You've no idea, really. It's not like you go on holiday in Devon and see little pasties running around the field. Look at those lovely pasties with baby pasties. But that's the thing, and so we do feel bad about it. I'm sure that's why fast food is such a hit, because you don't know what you're eating. That's the thing. That's the attraction in a way. You don't know what you're eating. And I look at Kentucky Fried Chicken, for Christ's sake. All they disguise these bits of chicken with their secret recipe that we're all so desperate to find out. And it's not like they put a picture of a chicken on the box. They put a picture of an old man, for that matter. I mean, Christ. What are we meant to think we're eating? Have you got any geriatric going there? Can I have a knuckle and some fingers, whatever you have? That's nice. Food is getting so much better in this country. It is. Food is getting better in this country. You mark my words. I think in the last 5 years, a great breakthrough that we now get takeaways delivered. It's taken us a long time to figure it out, but we now have that in this country. My local one, they've just opened this place called, it's a pizza place, and you ring up, and they answer the phone, they go, make up your own pizza. That's what they say when you make up your own pizza. You thought, well, you make it up. That's why I rang. I have nothing in. That's why I'm on the phone to you, okay? What do you mean, make up my own pizza? Would I get fluff out the Hoover bag and sellotape? What are you fucking talking about? Make up your own pizza. No, I can't. But the thing is with this is that the whole point is you can get the pizza exactly how you want it. So you make up the pizza. So you say, I'll have a thin crust, and mozzarella, and I have extra olives, and some sausage, and my address is, oh, no, 1 second, sir. I'll just get someone who's never spoken English before to take your address. Yeah. And 20 minutes later, I'm on the phone going, there are no other ways of saying the word road. I tell you what, get the pizza, get on your moped and drive around till you find someone who looks hungry, give it to him. I've gone off the idea, thank God. Well, do you ever have frozen pizza from the supermarket? Haven't they got that just right? Frozen pizza. We had one the other day. It was called New Improved. How have you improved it? It was perfect how it was. I tell the kids, don't have lunch. We've got frozen pizza tonight. I have to pinch myself when I'm eating that. I do. I go, Are we in Rome? And fun-sized pizza. You had fun-sized pizza? Yeah, this is a lovely idea. I love this idea. Someone somewhere has decided fun has a size. Yes, it does. It has a size, and now you can have fun-sized pizza. There it is. There's your pizza. Isn't that fun? You're having a ball. What is fun about it? Please, tell me. Unless you maybe hold it to your leg and go to the doctor. Doctor, please. Can you possibly help me, please? Oh, my God, what's happened to you? I'm kidding. I'm having fun with my pizza. Come on, dog, what's the matter with you? Come on, lighten up. Come on, lighten up. Come on, you want a smack in the face? I'll give you a fucking smack in the face. I suppose one of the sad things is that no one has to travel anymore. There are no explorers anymore. You don't get expeditions anymore, do you? Going off to brave new lands and coming back with new types of food. The only expeditions you get are people retracing expeditions that were done 200 years ago, using the original equipment just to see if it could be done. You feel like, well, it evidently was done, wasn't it? That's why we know about it, surely. Huh? But you get these public school tossers from time to time. We decided to climb Everest in our PE kit. I actually think you want them to get into trouble, really, when you hear about that. They say, yes, go then, go on. You actually want them to ring up and say, we're in terrible trouble, can you help, please? And say, sorry, the phone hasn't been invented in your little world, has it? But I love to, there's nowhere left, and that's a sad, space, the final frontier, that's what you've got, and that's, I love that, I'm interested in that, I always wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid, and so I always, and about 4 months ago, in French Guiana, NASA sent off this rocket to get to Mars. Did you watch this? And thank God there was no one on it. It was a satellite rocket. It got 300 feet up and blew to pieces, right? It's meant to get to Mars, got 300 feet, right? Yeah. So, nearly, yeah. Nice try, NASA. Hey, you know, anyway, I was watching this live on telly, and when I stopped laughing, I thought, what must it be like to be the rocket scientist at this point? What is it, well, you know, that point when the whole world is watching as you go from being a rocket scientist to being a crap rocket scientist? There's that point, because you must be watching it and thinking, as a rocket scientist, you've spent $100 million on this thing, you must be thinking, you'd have done better to get a blanket, put the satellite in the middle and get all your mates around and go, is that any better? And how do you get out of that awkward situation when you're at space control, you've got all your colleagues standing around while it's all going off on the monitors? You just go, what do? Make light of it or something? Yeah. I'm sorry. You would try, and you know what happens to these people? I reckon they have nervous breakdowns, they snap as you would, and they end up working for Innovations magazine and shit like that. You know. Inventing crap no one actually needs, you know, like cardigan debobblers and shit like that. Like, hey, look at that, all the fluff of it, yeah, marvellous, see that. I love that magazine, the one that flops out your colour supplement tomorrow morning. You go, oh great, I'll go over and shit and read this, I love this magazine. I mean, surely, God, they should invent something to stop it from flopping out. That's the thing. For just $2.99, no more flopping on the floor misery for your Innovations magazine. The brand new strap-on leg magazine and insert catcher basket. I have everything I need in life. Have you seen those slippers you put both feet in? What a breakthrough, you know. Why have two shoes when one will do? I hadn't thought of it, yeah. And always modelled by those dear old ladies. It makes you sad that there are people who are going to do that and be sick enough to send off for one of those. Here, Granny, look what I got you. Put both your feet in there, nice and cosy. You sit there, I'll go make you a nice cup of tea. Oh, look, Granny, there's a dinosaur out the window. The description they give the shit they're selling is unbelievable. There's special magnifying binoculars. Oh! Night vision scope, light enough to hold with one hand. Yeah, worth every penny, worth every penny. Oh my God, look at that. Oh my God, worth every penny. I would have loved to be an astronaut. I would have loved to be, that was my ambition as a kid, and I so wish, I know I can't because I'm English, I know my limitations, don't get me wrong. No, well, I don't sound right, you know, it's the wrong accent. You know, American is the space language, it's a great accent, the American, because they sound so cool. Even in danger, they sound incredible. In the face of death, in a crisis, they sound incredible. Houston, we have a problem. It's bold, it's unafraid, it's precise. You've had an Englishman up there? Hello? Read your Apollo 13, come in. The fucking rocket's fucked! You know, did you notice there's a difference, isn't there? You see, it's subtle, but there is a difference, you know. To me, that doesn't sound like a sequel to the film, do you know what I mean? From the makers of Apollo 13, we bring you Fucked Rocket. We got back anyway. Now, Neil Armstrong, he's my hero. He landed on the moon. Thank God he's American, because he thought of something to say on the way, and it was smart and profound, and everyone remembers what he said. It was a very good thing to have said. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Thank God it wasn't an Englishman landing on the moon with the whole of Earth watching. Oh, the trouble we are getting here. I thought we'd never get orbital, did you? I can't believe it. Is this going, or is this going to work or not? The sound we hear? That went a bit there. Oh, I don't know. I would have loved to go to space if I could have. To go to space, I would have had the best time of my life. Because I see what I think they should do with space. They don't have enough fun. You know, they should have a bit more of a laugh with the whole thing and lighten up a bit. They have such great opportunities to play jokes and mess around. I just break it. You know when they're out spacewalking on top of a rocket or something in zero gravity, just wait for one of them not to be holding on to anything at all, and then just go like that. You know, I would give anything. You know when the two vessels that dock in space and come together, what I wouldn't give to be inside one of those, eh? Wait for the little hatch to open, put on one of those rubber alien masks. This is fantastic, wouldn't it? Be absolutely wonderful. Just wait for a little face to appear, go, I'm sorry, come on in. We're messing around, I'm sorry. We couldn't, your face. My face? I shit my spacesuit. I've got to wear that for 3 flipping months. I hope you're happy. It's bloody unprofessional, that's what I can say. But they miss all these opportunities to have a laugh. They're so po-faced about it. They just go out to space and all they do is grow cress and look through their own turds and stuff. You can do that in your bedroom. You know when the capsule comes down to Earth, splash down and by parachute, and all the helicopters come by and the frogmen jump out in the sea and swim up and look through the window. You're inside, hide. Like, put a little action man in your seat. Oh my God, what's happened to him? Help us, please help! But I wouldn't make it space. I'm a technophobe. I can't do it. I can't speak the right language. I'm a technophobe anyway, and I got a computer. Complete waste of money. I bought this computer. Total waste of money. I now know why all these Microsoft programs are called Windows, because that's where they end up in my house, I tell you. Any little thing goes wrong for me, I tell you. I've got a mobile phone, and I got a little hands-free kit that comes out the base of the thing, and you stick it in your ear. You know, it's virtually invisible, and you can talk and drive. This is a great thing. It's a great thing. And the first day I had this, I thought, right, I'll ring someone. No bastards rung me, so I shall ring them. I'm in a car park. It's about 10:30 at night, a bit earlier than I thought. I'll ring my wife. She's at a friend's house, and she won't have to get a minicab. I can pick her up instead. So I dial a number. I can talk and drive. I'm almost at the gate of the car park, and there's this NCP bloke in a yellow coat and a cheese roll, and he's not in the cheese roll, he was in a yellow coat. So I wind down the window, and I'm just about to talk to him, and Jane picks up the phone. So I'm looking at this old guy in a Mac, and I go, hello darling, would you like a lift home? I don't know about you, this sound has gone fucking weird to me. Has it gone to you? I thought I was having a stroke, thank Christ for that. Is this microphone going to work? Thanks. Is this any better? Is that any better? Does that sound better to you? Yeah. Good. I don't know why these things break. Do you ever get people ring you up and get the wrong number? This happened to me the other day. They get the wrong number and they kind of make out it's your fault. This bloke rings up. And he goes, that's 7823. I said, no, sorry, you must have the wrong number. He said, oh, fucking hell, are you sure? I go, oh, well, let me have a look around, I'm not sure. Oh, God, look at that. My God, I'm in the wrong house. I can't believe it. That's a good thing you rang, my friend. I tell you that. Jesus, I better go before the owners get back. Thanks a lot, my friend. When we moved, we got given a new telephone number. And evidently, this number was like 1 digit out from a place up the end of the road called the Indian Ocean, okay, now, which is a restaurant. And as you will have guessed, I think, hardly likely to be the vast expanse of sea on the other side of the world. And indeed, why would it have a phone number exactly? But no. So anyway, but people were thinking we were the Indian restaurant, kept ringing up and saying, is that the Indian Ocean? You said, no, it's not the Indian, about 7 o'clock at night. Is that the Indian? No, it's not the Indian Ocean. 10 o'clock at night. And this went on for 2 weeks. People are ringing out, and after a while, this woman rings up and she says, is that the Indian Ocean? And I couldn't help myself anymore. Yes, Madame, please. She says, can you tell me what's in the tandoori mixed grill? Yes, Madame, got a pig's arse with penis of a dog and a bollock of a cat. And I can hear her talking to her husband in the background. She goes, got a pig's arse and a dog's penis and a bollock of a cat. And I hear this monster in the background go, yeah, I'll have one of them. She goes, yeah, I'll have one of them, and I'll have a chicken korma and rice. I got an inam, bobadon, vegetable. Right. I take the whole order off her. We're on the phone for like 5 minutes. I take her address, her phone number, and name. She goes, "What? Can you tell me what time that's going to arrive, please?" Yes, madame, never. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch. What time did you say? It's never going to come. But the thing is, after that, I was hooked. Yeah? Oh. I was sitting there with an order pad. Waiting for the phone to ring. I was going, well, we're going to be in a rush in a minute. You'll see this. And you get these idiots ringing up. You get these. You don't realise how rude people are to these waiters until you hear it on the receiving end. You get these arseholes ringing up. Oh, hi, it's Peter Hetherington Smith here. I'm coming in at 9 o'clock with 6 of my rugger chums, and I want the table by the window. Not tonight, so we're full. Go somewhere else, please. No, I don't think you understand. I always get a table by the window. There's never any question of doubt about not tonight. You don't. Go somewhere else. You want a table by the window, bring her home, put it outside. Now listen here, thingamajiggy. I have never been spoken to like that before in my life. Will you have no? So fuck off. It was the best time I had, I tell you. I had the best time. It was such fun. Yeah. And then after a couple of weeks, the phone call stopped coming. The restaurant had closed. Yes, it had. Well, I have to wind things up in a minute. This is the end. I have to stipulate that quite clearly because I know it's called An Evening with Jack Dee. I don't want you to think it involves dinner in a club afterwards or anything. I mean, I like you, don't get me wrong, but but you have been a wonderful audience, and I thank you for that. And I hope you've enjoyed your evening. Well, the great thing for me is everyone. The thing I love most about this job, I think, is everyone thinks that I work terribly hard. I love that about it. That everyone thinks I work very, very hard, especially my family. For some reason, they always they do. They always make out, oh, you must be so exhausted. Oh, of course, I play up to it. I love it. Yeah. Yes, I am. I have worked a 7-hour week and I'm pooped. But I have to say, on a night like this, it doesn't feel like such hard work because you've been a great audience. I thank you for that. This is the very last night of my tour. I've been all around the country and I've had 6 weeks here in the West End. So I want to thank you all very much for coming to see me eventually. Thank you very much. Good night. Cheers. Thank you, so kind. Thank you very much. Very nice of you. Thank you very. This is an encore. Thank you. Actually, this is what an encore. This is a comedy encore. Now that's slightly different from a drama encore, which you would have in a normal situation in a theatre like this. A drama encore is the audience's way of saying we applaud you and we wish to applaud you more. Yes. But a comedy encore is different. It's the audience's way of saying you were funny. Now be funnier. Go on. And that's why I turn to what you have written to me. So, Jack, having a baby is a hell of a lot more painful than having 2 fingers broken. Right, well, I'm sorry you've evidently had both experiences. That's very bad. I hope that your cunt gets better. I'd like to know why you keep scratching your arse all through the show. Because it's itchy, that's why. Wherever else would you scratch it? Jack, me and my friends are too afraid to heckle. Will you encourage us? P.S. My mate reckons I look like Nicholas Lyndhurst. Oh, good for you, hey. Fame beckons. Get off stage, short ass. Jack, now you are not doing any more of those beer adverts. Tell us if you really did like the beer. Actually, I can tell you now that every time I do. Every time I go home, I look at my house, I think, fuck, I love that beer. Jack. What do you call a fish with no eyes? What kind of fish can't swim? Dead ones. How do you confuse a wanker? 32. What's your telephone number? Jack, who is your favourite Teletubby? Do they have nicknames? Do they? Scary Teletubby, I suppose. There's Ginger Teletubby. Don't ask me why. And then there's Scary Teletubby who just comes and, kids! You scare the shit out of them. Right, Jack, emergency joke. What's the difference between Clint Eastwood and anal sex? I have a feeling I shouldn't be reading this out. The difference, if you're interested, between Clint Eastwood and anal sex is one will make your day and the other will make your whole week. Very crude. Very, very crude. I've tried to keep a certain level during the evening. Very crude. Jack, I want to die like my grandfather in my sleep, not shouting and screaming like the passengers in his car. Oh. I can't believe this. Unbelievable. Are you that prick off due south? Are you Larry Hagman's love child? Thank you. Jack, don't take the piss out of your suit. It's the best material you've got. Jack, sniff here. PTO. I just farted there. I thought this was the queue for the ice creams. What's going on backstage that we need a safety curtain for? Oh, we had a fire, we didn't want you to get frightened. That's the kind of life I lead. Jack, you haven't said hello to our students. Sorry, students, hello. Hello, students, how are you? At the end there'll be some step ladders and stuff. They'll just put ropes down for you. They're all on the roof, they're having lovely. Where are you students, in fact? Where are you from? Yeah. Where are you student at?
Kingston.
Kingston? Oh, that famous place. Good. Good. Well, that's one that used to be the Polytechnic, has now been made a university, isn't it? You're doing a degree in puppetry or something like that. Actually, I only ask, it's important, thanks for these, by the way, I'll treasure them. I only ask because I am banned from certain places around the country. I'm banned from Trinity College, Cambridge, for instance. I am. I'm banned from making contact with any of the staff or students there. I'm banned from the premises because, well, it's a long story, it goes back a while, but I applied to do my PhD at Trinity, and they said, send in your thesis, and I misheard them. Well, 3 months go by. 3 months go by, I hear nothing. A year goes by, I hear. I rang up again. I said, look, do I just keep sending them in every day, or what happens now? But no, but you've been a lovely audience. Like I say, you can't tell what you're going to get. This is the thing. It's a lottery, really. You can't tell what kind of audience. We're where were we? Tunbridge Wells, right at the beginning of the tour. It's in Tunbridge Wells. Very, very posh, smart, sedate, middle class, rich area, very rich area. Gee, I saw a bag lady. She had a porter. Really, I mean, just put them down there for me. Anyway, so I was expecting a very nice, polite audience, and about 10 minutes into the show, I hear this. Right, and I can smell burning, right? A really bad thing, always a bad sign. So I had the house lights brought up. I said, what's the matter? There's this guy in the front. And I said, what happened? And the bloke next to him said, oh, it was me. I was holding a lighter under his leg. This guy had a big brown mark around the back of his head. I didn't know him, and he said, don't know him. He's a fucking nutter, right? I said, why did you do that to him? So he said, I wanted to see how long it would be before he noticed. Oh, of course you would, wouldn't you? You're one of those naturally curious types, are you? I see. I said, out of interest, how long was it before he noticed? He said, I don't know, because I forgot to count. So, I love London's Burning. Do you watch that? I love that programme. I can't miss a programme like that. It's so fantastic. Because if someone you've not seen in a previous show before comes on, they're going to do something amazingly stupid by the end of it. It's just a question of waiting until they do. You're coming to bed? Yes, I'll just lock us all in and set fire to the furniture. I'll just put the telly in the fish tank and then come to bed. I just do that, yeah. So Casualty, I can't watch Casualty. I hate that programme. It's so horrible and gruesome. And it's the same thing. If there's someone you haven't seen before, you know there's going to be something horrible happen to them. The number of times I've rung the BBC while it's going out, I say, hey, those people having a picnic, you've got to help them. I know something. And sooner or later it all happens. Carl, Nigel, you've had 18 pints. Are you sure you can fly that helicopter? Yeah. But you be careful out there, because it's a Saturday night, and last Saturday night I had a nasty experience. This guy comes up to me, starts pushing me around, says, what you fucking want, eh? What do you want, eh? What do you want? I want you to stop doing that, okay? And he did it one more time, and instinct took over. The old knee goes up in the groin, that trick, head goes down, bang, over the back of the head. That was it, I was unconscious. So I want to thank you once again for coming out. Thank you very much, cheers, good night. Thank you very much.